This is the desert. It's not the whole desert. It is only a piece of the desert. We need part of the desert in our room because so many important things happen there to the people of God. The desert is a dangerous place. It almost never rains in the desert, so it's very hard for anything to grow there or to find any water to drink. People die without food and water. When the wind comes, it blows and the sand and the shape of the desert changes. People lose their way. The desert is a dangerous place. You need to be ready to go into the desert. The people of God were living in a place where the rains did not come. The crops had no water, so they could not grow. There was no grain to grind, to make bread. Everyone was hungry. The children cried in their sleep. So their mothers and fathers decided to take their children and go to a new land where there was food. They had to go, even if it was across the desert. Their journey began. It was hard in the desert, but they kept going toward a land called Egypt. In the land of Egypt, the king was called a pharaoh. When the people came into the land of Egypt, they found food and work. But the pharaoh trapped them. They could not go home again. They had to do what the pharaoh said. They had to live where the pharaoh said. They had to get up when the pharaoh said. They had to go to bed when the pharaoh said. They had to eat what the pharaoh said. They had to do the work the pharaoh said. They had to do everything the pharaoh said. They were slaves. One of the people, whose name was Moses, came to the pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." The pharaoh said, "No." Moses went back many times to tell the pharaoh, "Let my people go." But the pharaoh always said, "No." Then many strange things happened in the land, but the pharaoh always said, "No." Then something terrible happened. The oldest boy in each Egyptian family died, even in the family of the pharaoh. The oldest boys in the family of the people of God did not die, because the people made a mark on the doors of their houses. They put the blood of a lamb there, and the angel of death passed over them. When Moses went back this time and said, "Let my people go," the pharaoh said, "Yes." The people began to hurry to get everything ready. They packed all they could carry, and they baked bread for the journey. There was no time to put leaven in the bread, so it would swell up and get big and fluffy like the bread you buy in the store. It was flat. You can still eat this bread today. It's called matzo. Whenever you taste it, you can still taste this story. The people went as fast as they could. They were afraid the Pharaoh would change his mind. Suddenly, they heard the sound they did not want to hear. The ground began to shake. The Pharaoh's army was coming after them. The beating of the horses' hooves and the rolling of the chariots sounded like thunder. The army of the Pharaoh pushed the people against the water. They did not know what to do. God came so close to Moses, and Moses came so close to God that he knew how to take the people through the water into freedom. Oh, this one looks scared. This one looks brave. This one looks happy to go across the water. This one is confused. This one is running. This one is just all over the place. When all the people were safe on the other side, the water closed behind them, and they were free. The army of the Pharaoh could not get them. Now all the people were free on the other side. They were so happy, they just had to give thanks to God. And Miriam, the sister of Moses, led the dancing.